Welcome YouTubers to another video. If you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button. If you're looking to buy statues, please use the links below as it does help the channel. If you guys want to see more statue unboxings, you gotta buy some statues, use my affiliate links. It really helps, folks. Gizmo wants some water, give me a sec. And Gizzy is drinking. He just had his dental chew. So yeah, today I wanted to talk about a few different things, a few areas in my collection I'm really a little hesitant on and debating, because I'm really itching to build my Terminator wall, and I have been for, honestly, years. Now, right now we got this. We're definitely getting Prime 1, all three, the Endo, which is technically just Prime 1, and then Blitzway's T800, T1000. Both look absolutely amazing. They technically can fit bottom garage shelf. They're 28, 29 inches tall. However, I would prefer them top shelf because I think they're absolutely amazing. But if they do go top shelf, we're going to have to sacrifice other things to go bottom shelf. So I've been trying to come up with ideas on what can we do. Look, there's Ray and Gizmo. People always ask, where's Raiden? Here he is, folks. Look at him. I'm trying to come up with ways to satisfy all fronts. And you could do Terminator technically up until right here. We have to have space for Khaleesi. She is of utmost importance, and ideally I'd like to keep Alita. Jon Snow can definitely go, but Khaleesi bust, utmost importance. Alita, I could sell her, but ideally I'd prefer not to because I do think it's an absolutely amazing bust. I love the 1/4. That looks great. Now I've kind of, come to the conclusion no matter what I do, I will not be able to fully keep every piece and be 100% satisfied with my displays. So I wanted to show you what I'm kind of leaning towards right now. So I'm going to show you the Photoshops because I always got to do those Photoshops. So give me a sec, just pulling it up. So we got a few routes we can take with this TV setup. Now, one is we move the creature wall over there. The advantage of the creature wall is, one, we can remove that and put Khaleesi bust here mid-room. Two, we get to keep Red Sonja, buy Prime 1 Vampirella, get Blade and Selene. And everything I think fits theme-wise. And this is kind of how it would look. Although I would change things up. I'd actually move Selene in between them, so it would go bust, Selene, bust, and right here do Reaper bust and Reaper statue, and then those two, and then move the Predator back there again, and then have those three. So it's like, just 1/3 above, 3 busts with 1/3, 1/3 in between. I think this actually looks really good. Granted, I definitely prefer, in general, the Raptor bust there. Although, thinking space-wise, I just don't know if I'll be able to fully keep it there. So I'm thinking we may have to do this. Now, if we do this, this is kind of the Terminator wall I was thinking. Now, there is a few variations we can actually do. But, this would be the general concept. On this, 36-inch garage shelf, you can fit these two with the Pure Arts, liquid metal version. On the left, because we have this longer shelf, the Arnold bust in 1/3 don't take up a ton of space. This one, he'd just have his elbow sticking out, but I could definitely fit that. And then do the Endo and the Skynet symbol, or even the Endo poster. This is off, height-wise. The Endo is really going to come up to about right here, and you can see the poster decent behind it. The nice thing is putting the Endo here. One, he's going to be out of the walkway, so no one's ever going to walk into it. I can raise this arm up, so it looks far better when one arm is raised versus both down low. So that would be an advantage. And then we got to get this Endo. Everything else is optional. I could technically do Endo, arm, Sarah Connor, forego Sarah Connor bust. I could technically do Alita bust right here. I also could do Alita bust right there, and then kind of just return the Jurassic setup to how I had it before, the Raptor bust where the Spinosaurus is, and lower that again. You know, I do like this overall look. It's kind of similar to like my AVP wall. When everything's AVP there, it looks really good. If we have anything intruding, it does look, you know, like out of place. You know, I feel like if I did Alita here, I'd have to do something else non-Terminator, but, you know, sci-fi robotic themed there to make it work and look good. You know, so it's like, I don't think we could do Alita there. I kind of feel like you got to do the Sarah Connor bust. I probably would not do this Sideshow bust. I'd actually prefer the Ogrim or whatever the heck. I like that bust. It's bigger. It has more to it. And I think that'd look great. And the main reason I would be getting that, obviously I have a life-size endo, so it's not adding a ton beyond just like, but it's just this look. I freaking love this look. Busting 1/3 of the endo, you know, and then the arm. I think that would just complete the look. And I might even, you know, I know this Sarah Connor bust isn't up to par with everything else, but I still think it'd look great in the display. You know, her hair is in the back that's sculpted, so you're not going to see it a ton. She's wearing glasses, so it covers the lack of glass eyes. And the skin in general is painted pretty decent, and it would match this, you know, dark side quite well. The biggest problem with doing this entire wall, buying all of that, you know, and this, it's $12,000. So it's a lot of money, so we definitely got to, you know, figure out how we're going to afford that. Granted, these are not shipping anytime soon. The only thing that is shipping soon is this. I could buy that immediately and buy those two immediately. And I could buy an endo arm and technically an endo bust. I could buy all those immediately. You know, the only thing that we really couldn't is the Blitzway, you know, the Prime 1/3 and the new Arnold bust. That's years away. But I do freaking love the look of this wall. I think it's like my ultimate Terminator wall. However, let's just say we did do this. It does create problems for me. Obviously, space-wise. We got to move basically everything right here. Now, the only way I think it could work, you know, you got to move Chucky back there. We may have to consider even selling my Chucky too and only having that Chucky as a display. But then we'd have to move Nun back to where she was before. That's the only way it could work. I feel like if I do that, I may want to consider just having that left shelf just horror. Maybe we sell off a little bit of AVP and make AVP only to the right. We'd have to move him right there, lower something, or sell something. But I do want it, you know, symmetrical. Where I have an equal amount of bus and 1/3. So right now it is symmetrical. I have 4 bus, 2 predators, 2 aliens, you know, and then 4 of each creature. So I'd ideally have to get rid of either 2 creatures or, I mean, in a perfect scenario. It's a very difficult one, honestly. Because, I mean, Nun wasn't horrible over there, but it did intrude. You know, but hypothetically, if we did just Nun, I ideally, honestly, want to have Nun raised. So I could do her art print above, Annabelle beneath. Next to Nun, you do the other blue box, red lipstick demon, and then beneath next to Nun you do that Chucky. Then it would be like a complete display. I think that would be sick, you know, but we would definitely have to sell off some AVP to make that work. You know, hypothetically you sell off the 2 XMs and kind of scoot everything over, then you only have 3 of each. You know, you'd probably want to do that alien there, lower that, you know, and then move him there, that there, and, I mean, in that scenario, so that goes there, that goes there. That entire shelf is free, and you can move him over and that over. Technically, Cinemaquette would have a full shelf to himself. So, God, at that point, might as well just move the Prime 1 Predators over. I do like the idea of doing that particular shelf as an additional horse shelf. It works because it's a different depth and width shelf. And so it kind of can be like, okay, this is the start of AVP. Boom. You know, here we do Nun, blue box, you know, red lipstick demon, Annabelle, and Chucky. Or vice versa. You could do Nun here and, you know, Annabelle, Chucky, and the red lipstick demon. That could look really good. That is a Terminator only, but then you do Bride of Chucky under Pennywise. You know, I honestly come up with a lot of ideas just talking to you guys. The question begs, would it be worth it sacrificing, let's just call it XM Alien, XM Predator, the two non-movie versions, to get Red Lipstick Demon and help fund, you know, let's just say Sarah Connor bust. I mean, piece to piece, those are superior. XM Alien's better than Blue Box's Red Lipstick Demon. XM Predator is far better than Sarah. So that's my biggest problem. I'm trading superior pieces for crappier pieces, but it does fit that theme I'm kind of looking for. That's always the question. I do like the Terminator wall. I do like this as is. I've honestly even thought, do we really want to do our Kratos wall? You know, I could return the mummy and everything and kind of return this to the way it was before and don't make any changes and just do Terminator over here. You know, I could do Terminator just underneath. I could technically do just Sarah Connor, you know, endoskeleton, Arnold, T-1000, no Arnold bust, or you have to do Arnold bust up there. You know, this would definitely fit Arnold best good. The reasons I would want to return and do a non-God of War wall is to return Dragon Ball Z to the way it was before. I think it looked better before. And personally, I don't like this shelf raised. I think it's better lowered. I think it makes the room feel smaller. When you have really tall shelves and a tight walkway, it makes it feel smaller. So it kind of feels more tight in here. I do wonder, could I fit Bruce Lee on this shelf? Now, if I still can't sell Bruce Lee and we don't get Resident Evil 3, what if I did the 1/3 right there, but had the bust facing this way? Kind of like Goku, but Bruce Lee. I feel like I could angle him and it would work and his arm would just be coming out this way, but it wouldn't even come out too much because I would just have that behind it. I'm like, you know, that could work. You'd have to do Devil May Cry underneath and put God of War back here again and kind of do the original plan. Because I feel like the Kratos bust is, you know, I got official dimensions. It's like almost 39 inches tall. And I think this is 38 inches tall. So I feel like height-wise and symmetrically, it's going to look real good. So I'd be able to improve this overall wall, return DBZ to the way it was before, you know, and you just have to do Bruce Lee here. I mean, in a perfect world, it would be Resident Evil 3. Even though Bruce Lee are superior pieces, Resident Evil 3 fits better theme-wise, but if I can't sell it, you know, that is the only shelf that is not perfectly aligned. Where right now, I mean, this does work theme-wise. This does not. That is okay, but clutters the room. And it was better the way it was before. So I kind of made one good setup, but ruined two others by doing this. So I'm like, gosh, maybe I should just go back to the way it was before. I think it looked better before. And also, Kratos bust is like 38 inches wide. I don't even think it's not gonna fit here. Like the arm is going to come forward and block this and block this. It would work better if I had Bruce Lee on this shelf. You know, it's going to take up like that much space. And maybe just have him in the corner and do Mimir here. So Mimir, Kratos bust, and he'll take up that entire spot. This is deeper as well. So it's not going to, you know, it'll fit better, more comfortably. And then we simply have to wall mount the axe. Although there is some options, but I could wall mount the axe and do, you know, all three props right here. Shield, Blades of Chaos, axe, all wall mounted. And then the, you know, Kratos poster. You know, that could definitely work and look good. I actually did a Photoshop of it. It does look good. You know, and I'm like, this whole wall looks better. This whole wall looks better. You know, doing this, though, does mean we have to return Mummy and everything back to that room, so I couldn't really do my true Terminator wall. So as you guys can see, no matter what, I can't have everything I want. I can't have a God of War wall and my Ultimate DBZ wall and my Ultimate Video Game wall and my Terminator wall. I do have to make sacrifices. So the question just begs, which sacrifices do I do? I love the idea of a Terminator wall. I think it's amazing. If I just continued this as is, I can move Nun and Annabelle either right there, and put Blade and Celine right here. And if I wanted to, keep Red Sonja, get Vampirella, ideally they'd go better on this wall. So unless you move, that's the thing, it's like, if I'm going to move the creatures back here, then it leaves no space and everything just has to go over here. Alita can go there, Khaleesi bus there, that's Terminator, no space for AVP, no space for Celine and Blade. So it's definitely, a hard one. Because I really did want to get that Blades, I really need to see Celine as well, because if PCS F's up, I'm definitely not getting her. She needs to be real good, because I'm sure she's going to be like $1,600. So I'm like, PCS better do a darn good job with her. I will say, though, I definitely prefer the AVP without the Nun there. But it's not like way worse. But, it is cleaner with the Nun not there. But I do miss my DBZ wall. I loved that. I still technically haven't, sold Infinity Cell or KD Goku. Like, people have promised to pay, but I could still keep them, and just continue it. Although, technically, I'd need to get another Kid Buu, because I sold my Kid Buu. If I wanted to do that, although I still think I'll sell Cell and just throw KD androids down there. I feel like my other rooms, this room and that room, my plan is solid. I'm not changing anything. I'm very happy with these two rooms. It's just a matter of this room. If I could sell Bruce Lee, I think it would solve all my problems. Granted, I do love that Bruce Lee bust quite a bit. It's one of my best busts. But I think it's causing too many issues. So if someone's interested, throw me an offer. I would love to do my Terminator wall. But it would definitely mean that we'd have to do the creature wall as I showed, which also leaves zero space for Mummy, Medusa. We'd definitely have to turn, shrink AVP as well. Because I do Chucky and more horror, shrink AVP to those 3 shelves. Leaves zero space for Mummy and Medusa. I'm like, should we sell it? I freaking love that Mummy piece so much. I don't want to sell it. What do you guys think? Throw Flankster some of your feedback. It's always good to hear third party. At the end of the day, it's always, my decision. But I have been contemplating this lately, and that's generally how I always do all my statue moves. Through a series of Photoshops, checking in with you guys, with my close personal friends. And then I finally do the decision and try it out. I've been trying this God of War wall, but based off my Photoshops and the size and dimension of the Kratos bust, I'm just like, I don't think this is going to work. And if it doesn't work and look good, the only way Kratos is going to look good is if he's on his own shelf. We don't do the diorama in the middle, but then symmetrically it doesn't look as good. But you'd have to do it like that. Diorama, like to the right or left, Kratos bust in the middle of one shelf with Mimir. But yeah, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Like, comment, subscribe. Have a great day.